Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back for another week. I'm Mario Benitez.
And I'm Jose Ortiz. And this week we're discussing everything aliens. Do they exist? Are they like them scary Independence Day aliens? Or are they more like the corny Alf aliens?
Man, I want to believe, but I don't know if I do. This is another Saturday Gigantic. Yo, Lunchables were that that was that
Remember
shit
when
back
they were
then.
New?
Yo, dude, that shit took over the
That
lunch
shit was
streets,
mind blowing.
bro.
Like I couldn't believe my life.
Yeah.
Like I remember they had the fucking Capri Sun package with it. I seen people take that out in the cafeteria. It's like, oh my god, he living different.
Yo, when you had that, you had money, bro.
Money, what?
You had the Lunchable, bro. 1st to 15th.
Yeah, most of us
That
were stuck
Lunchable?
with the chicken fingers those hit.
The school lunch food. They had a couple good ones.
Nah, let me tell you, bro. School lunch, everybody knows this already, but the round pizzas, not with the pepperoni, but with the diced pepperoni. Do you remember?
Yeah,
that?
I remember that. That
You
was
remember
I was really young when I remember.
Nah, that's
that.
like for me. That's like
Because
before
they stopped
fifth
after.
grade.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like
I think,
fifth,
like,
sixth grade, something.
I was
that.
like second or third. Yeah,
Yeah, that shit was fire. And they used to have hot dogs.
yeah.
But
Somebody
a
actually
girl,
passed away,
unfortunately,
right?
Yeah, a young girl, unfortunately, because they didn't cook them thoroughly. Like the end of it was frozen.
Oh man.
So the girl went to go swallow a piece, and the part that she swallowed was like frozen, so it choked her and she died. So they recalled those. We also had the chicken strips that tasted like they came straight from Kennedy's, kid. Fire.
I'm pretty sure Kennedy's does use school
I'm
lunch
pretty sure
strips, bro. They definitely got the same fucking production line.
Yeah.
If school pizza is better here because it's New York than other places.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
But
But
does New York got the best school pizza? Yeah, that's our next video, bro. Yo, dude, we go to the best school pizza.
we
spot.
should do that tour. Like go around to the different states. Like yo, who has the best school pizza? And make it and treat it like a real food.
New York
review.
is just a slice.
Be
of
mad
fucking-
critical about it and shit.
The one bite.
It's just from Prince Street. Prince Street pizza and fucking
Yeah, nah,
As
that
lunch.
school lunch was the shit.
yeah, bro. Where was it? I remember this other thing, and it was only for a little while. They had these pies, like apple pies,
Yeah.
and they were like oval. It was like, bro, I do remember it because a couple of my friends threw them at people.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
and
that,
it was
you know
just
that was you.
That wasn't me. I've done a lot of other terrible things, but I ate mine.
You wanted to keep that.
Yeah, that shit was good.
Yeah.
That shit was actually banging.
Yeah.
School lunch though.
Nah.
Yo, you ever seen school lunch in other countries?
Oh yeah, bro. My
Bro, they be
YouTube.
getting like salmon,
My man.
fucking
Rigatoni, fresh
Yeah.
salad, fresh baked bread, fruit, like juice, like sugar-free juice, and like that shit look like it. You see, that'll make you want to eat healthy.
yeah,
Now I know why people see our shit and think we're trash.
bro. Dude, that's like all of America though. We give a shit about the worst things, not of the best.
Listen, a lot of people don't know this, but I worked in a school cafeteria for 3 years. I worked for the Department of Education, and I was in the cafeteria helping them do all the, assistant cook. And, I was doing assistant cook stuff. I was not an assistant cook itself, but they had me doing all that type of shit. And then I was also, the guy who rotated stock and, did all the stuff, help serve and stuff like that. And, man, they don't follow. A lot of cooks don't follow the fucking...
They be adding their own seasoning.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the why they probably got some flavor.
Nah, but bro, it's crazy. It's because it's like it dramatically changes things, but that means it defeats the whole purpose.
But then that means yeah. But if it's like the bland regular shit, it's
Yeah.
probably super whack.
Yeah.
You know.
I see Shorty put mad salt in some pasta, garlic powder, onion powder. I said, damn.
My child in the first grade got high cholesterol. What's going on?
I was like, yo, ain't we not supposed to do that shit?
Yeah.
Yo, I was such a noob at that fucking job. I remember one time Shorty told me to slice down the carrots with the carrot peeler.
Yeah.
Yo, how I peeled them shits down to the bone. Like, I just kept going. Like, she just meant, the first layer. Like, just cut them and then, chop them.
Yeah.
She never said the chop part. The whole
Also, you made it like for a
They
salad.
look like... like little, like long ass thin strips
My man
of carrots. She
made
looked
them
at me. She
pencil
was like,
shavings.
Jose, what is this? I was like, you said shave it down.
What you mean?
Fuck you mean? Like
That shit had
boom.
a shape up.
Yeah, like
You
is it
said
gonna
shave it.
is it gonna taste different? Like switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's you taking your own steps though.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't add a pound of salt and shit, but
It's crazy that school lunches aren't even free in America no more.
nah. I
Like,
mean,
how-
even back when I was getting school lunch, I had to sign that stupid yellow paper.
Like school, like come on, for real, man.
Remember they used to give you the lunch booklet?
Yeah.
Booklet with the tickets.
Nah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
That must have been when I was in high school and shit. I stopped.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
fuck around with that.
I had in high school and like in Irving, we had I think it changed like every season, but they gave you like the booklets. So you had like
Yeah.
a little booklet that you could tear the tickets off, like you're at a fucking carnival, like where they give you like.
So it was like stamps, like food stamps.
pretty much like you had a little booklet, you tore off the shit and you give it to the person. They take it like if it's money or whatever.
I don't. And then they budget how many tickets are being.
I guess.
The fact that like that's the shit we try to budget on
Mm-hmm.
is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, man.
That shit gets me upset because it's like, what the fuck are we doing? You know how many billions we spend on whack and lame shit?
Yeah, it's corny. There's
And
a lot of
send to
kids
different-
that their lunch at school is the only thing they have to eat.
Yeah, you
Like
gotta.
they rely on that food, and they won't eat all day. And
you ain't even
you're
good giving out good shit.
Terrible.
Like, yo, man, that shit is upsetting, man.
It is.
America just be doing dumb shit, bro.
But what else is going on this week, man?
America doing dumb shit. That's every day, right?
If you find yourself coming across this channel and you like what you see, don't hesitate to drop a thumbs up and subscribe.
We'd really appreciate it, and it'd help get this content out with the algorithm. And even if you give us a thumbs down, don't give us a thumbs down, please. Now back to the show. So, oh man, you been seeing this the updates with the UFO stuff?
Oh yeah. What's that dude's name?
Lou Elizondo.
Yeah. He came out and said that they extracted an egg-shaped or egg-sized device from a pilot, and that when the surgeon tried to like grab it, the shit started running away.
Yeah,
That sounds
dude,
like some sci-fi movie shit, but that was his exact words. You can look up his interview. He went on record to say that.
Apparently, there's a whole documentary about it called Patient 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but
And that's what that's about.
Yeah, it's about the same removing like a piece of like it was a mechanical material, but it was wrapped around like with like,
Encased in like a
encased in biological like flesh and shit. And yeah, so it was apparently it was really removed. And a lot of this is the weird thing about that. A lot of it is like corroborated by some real people that are high up in like government and like just like some of the it's obviously something's going on.
Right.
Like that's the thing though, but it's still like I just get mad that it's like, oh, we're whistleblowers, but you're not blowing no whistle yet. Cause you're staying I'm staying safe enough.
Yeah.
Like let it be known if it's
Yeah, I at this point, man, I'm over the stories. I need hardcore proof. I need I need to be in a UFO already.
would you probably be scared as shit.
Oh no,
bro,
I
that
would
shit
be
happened to
terrified,
you.
bro. I used to be terrified. We've touched on it a little bit, but I used to be terrified of UFOs and shit.
Yeah.
I could kind of face that now and like talk about it and shit. But as a kid, bro, that shit used to give me nightmares.
When did that start? That started with like that book, right?
Right, I found a book in my house called Communion by Whitley Schreiber. It was in a top cabinet. Like I wasn't supposed to find it, but my ass used to climb on shit a lot. And then it was in the kitchen, and it was the original cover that had just a gray alien's face on it, and it looked kind of like dim and beige, whatever.
Yeah.
And that shit just caught my attention. I could like barely read and shit, like some of the words in that book, but I would read it little by little, like when I wasn't getting caught, because I was afraid that if my like grandmother or something caught me, that they were gonna hide the book, and I wasn't gonna be able to know like where it was and shit. Because I don't know why they would even have a problem with it, but in my mind, that's what I thought it was. Like, nah, I can't get caught while reading this. I thought I was one of them dudes.
Yeah.
I thought I was a whistleblower. But I used to read that shit, and then it kind of escalated because I started watching like Sightings, and Sightings was always on, like on Channel 5 and random channels. And Sightings was always talking about the shit you see now.
Yeah.
Like when you go on YouTube and it's like, man says he saw a UFO over Canyon. That shit was full. It was like an hour full of nothing but that type of shit. Some of it was probably fake. I still don't, like, who knows? You have to, like, kind of go back and see. But Sightings had me on smash. Like, I used to watch that shit all the time. And then I started getting nightmares, yo. Like, when I lived in Far Rockaway, I had a nightmare once, bro. And it was like a recurring nightmare where I heard, like, murmurings, like, talking. And I went to the window, and when I look out, there's, like, mad little red aliens chilling, looking up at me, like, and they were pointing and shit, like, yo, he's up there.
That shit was real,
and
bro.
They were trying to get in a bull. They had a cherry picker.
Yeah.
It looked like a bulldozer, but it was really like a cherry picker that will take them to, like, probably, in my brain, it was like, it would bring them to my window. And they would get in it, and they were, like, almost at my window, and I would wake up, like, yo.
Sweating?
Yeah, I'd wake up tight, because then I'd go to school, and I'd be fucking tired.
You light a fake cigarette?
Yo, I didn't sleep, you know what I'm saying? I was having these dumbass nightmares, so I'd be in school mad tired, like, yo, and just thinking about alien shit. So right now, I just need answers.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think the obvious answer, and I just go back to that, is like, yo, there's definitely life out there.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean,
it's there's no way
mm-hmm.
that you could look at all the life on Earth, billions of fucking creatures that have been in existence throughout each epoch of, like, humanity,
Mm-hmm.
right? From insects to mammals and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
And not think that something is gonna sprout out elsewhere.
Yeah.
When you look out to the cosmos, bro, it's infinite.
Yeah.
It's legit. It's infinite.
Yeah.
And it's like to say that, nah, we're the only good ones. Hell no.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's just a matter of, like, I never thought that I would be, my age now, still seeing the same exact shit I saw when I was like 8.
Yeah.
Like those grainy ass videos,
Yeah.
fucking green and white. Oh, look, it's going so fast. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see that shit, bro. Like, y'all waited till technology is crazy ill for me to think that it could be fake.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to see this hot shit. Like, there's videos that have popped up. Like, a woman was on a plane and she was just taking a video of her landing and something was in the sky zipping by. That was a big deal. There's people who are like, oh, this is the best UFO footage. I can't tell if that shit's real now. Because everything looks like that. Like, it looks like the fucking movie Chronicle or something.
Yeah.
It's like, now you can't tell the difference. Now, if you'd have seen that shit like in 1995, you'd be like, damn, that was real. Had to be. We weren't there yet. How they made it.
Yeah, how would you make this?
Yeah, like, you couldn't even give me realistic effects in, like, Mortal Kombat. So, you're not going to tell me this alien footage is fake. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think
most movies, you couldn't get great CGI to look like,
No.
top Hollywood CGI didn't look as ill as, like, the wackest shit now. So
yeah, dude, we were not caught up to that.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think, like, a lot of things, like, with stuff like that, it's just people. I would say maybe 99% of anything like that is just people not aware of what they're looking at, of fucking astronomical events. You can see, and you go back. That's probably the root of a lot of it, because you go back even to, like, people putting paintings up in fucking in pyramids and in caves and shit of things in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, if this is thousands of years ago, you don't even have an idea of what is in existence, and you're seeing, like, a comet shoot across the sky.
Yeah,
You're gonna be like,
but I mean, they're so specific. Some of those, like, hieroglyphics.
no,
if they're real,
really,
like ones that show a craft with, like, a head sticking out, and it's an alien.
yeah,
And you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, I'm just tired. What's the secrecy about? Like, if y'all here, why y'all just playing?
I think, well, I don't know if we. Maybe sometimes, depending how far. All right, you gotta think about advancement, right?
Mm-hmm.
To really traverse the stars,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, dude, where we are now, we're nowhere close to getting to even the next star. Like, to get there, I think takes, like, dude, it's probably like 75,000 years or some shit like that at our current. Like, it's some crazy number.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. It might be 27,000, but it's over 20,000
Yeah.
years. with our fastest propulsion in space to reach the next star,
Yeah.
right? So you start thinking about how long would that take, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that whatever it is that people are seeing is probably that shit. If it exists, the way they talk about these things and the way it just seems like that's all irrelevant. It makes it feel like their technology is so like we can't imagine. Like they're not even from this world. So they've tapped into something that we don't even understand or know about.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if you don't, you know, it's like Neil deGrasse Tyson always had that thing. He's like, you hear him talking, he kind of seems like always against the idea of like extraterrestrials being on Earth and all this shit. He's like, he's very just sticks to the science and evidence, which I appreciate, especially when you're trying to do hard science. But like, I start thinking about that because like, you know, it's like he said, why would you talk to an insect and expect for it to talk back to you? Like, would you even care to hold the conversation?
I mean, it depends on it's all about context, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't understand the context or the reason, that's the biggest factor. Like, it's impossible to know that answer if you don't know the reason why they're trying to reach out.
Yeah. It's also maybe they don't want us to know where they are.
Yeah.
If you look at if you really were studying mankind, would you say we're peaceful? Would you say they're level headed with all the bullshit that goes on?
Yeah.
Would you want to be cool? Like, yo, we're right here, and even though we may not be able to get there, but I don't know you would be that cool with an entity that's doing as wild as shit as it usually does.
Well, that just makes them judgmental because they're assholes a lot of times. Like, you hear shit about aliens and they're always doing some dumb shit. Like, you're abducting motherfuckers, you leaving them, they can't, like Travis Walton. Look at that man's life. Like, the last, 50 years of that dude's life has been a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
Because supposedly he got abducted. Now they're probing dudes. You seen Fire in the Sky? Like, that's how he described his abduction.
Like, have you seen his recent interviews?
Yeah.
He says it wasn't like he felt like that whatever took him, like they felt bad, and like that when they let him go, they were like, yo, you know, he felt like it wasn't a bad thing that they were doing. That's how he looks at it now. It was just that he was so scared at the moment.
I mean, I'd be scared too. Talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The communication, baby. Let me know something.
I wonder, like, dude, what? And then you get into like the deep conspiracy shit. Like, is it just all psyops and?
Nah, man, I don't believe that. I just think that there's a lot of shit that ends up getting pushed out that wasn't supposed to really leak.
Yeah.
You know, it just there's definitely some unanswered questions. To which level it is, I can't tell. That's the reason why I get fed up with it, man. Because I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear another dude leak nothing. Like that whole thing about removing the egg and shit, like, or that thing from that dude's body. Like, I need someone to really talk about that.
And why hasn't it been in a lab and really broken down? Like, maybe they have, but
yeah, exactly.
It hasn't come out. Like, there wasn't no specifics. Like, you should be in a lab testing this on the microscopes and figuring out the DNA makeup and like.
I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
If that's real, I can't imagine that wouldn't be the first thing on their list.
Yeah, but like that's the stuff you should bring to the news and talk. That corroborates it more. Like.
Yeah, like when I have a whole conference about that one guy.
Yeah.
Interview his ass. I want to see him. Fuck the whistleblower. I want to talk to
and
that
guy.
And
then everybody's like, dude, we don't want to talk about it because we're scared. Like, come on, man. Like, like I get it how some people could lose their careers.
I get that you're scared, but you're out here talking about it anyway. Yeah. You don't think that's enough to fucking get you clipped or get you fucked with?
I do also like the way they keep talking about it. That it's a lot of weapons manufacturers that are behind this. That's the thing with like Bob Lazar finding the ship and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I can see that being real because if you are able to make the world's leading technological weapon, you are so rich. You are filthy rich. And whoever you create this, whether it's a whether it's a weapon, a craft, anything, a jet. Look what they did. Look how much the weapons manufacturers made off of a failed jet. The F-35. They made over $4 trillion and it doesn't work.
It's crazy.
That's how much got pumped into that program over the years. And because of the AI systems and everything, it just doesn't work. So you see them crashing. So trillions of dollars, bro. This is like this is the as much as some of the world's economies went into something that fails. So imagine if you're getting that much money to have some technological advancement. I could see them hiding it and like being so secretive and like not wanting to let anybody in on that shit. You know?
Absolutely. It's just again, it's a topic that I'm like, bro, I need answers. Like
somebody gotta just bring out.
Like playing so many games with this already.
Yeah, bring out Arknar from fucking planet.
Yeah, like I want to talk to one.
From planet Earth.
Like isn't there like aren't octopus considered aliens? Like their DNA is completely fucking like.
Yeah, their DNA is like a different structure apparently. So they say like maybe they could have been like transpermia, being like comes from another planet or whatnot, or came here.
Then when you hear that, and you see the way they act and how they move and how smart they are and how they're able to blend in with like just change like camouflage and shit. It's like that is some alien ass shit.
Yeah, that's why you see Arrival.
Yeah,
that's why they were kind of like octopuses.
Yeah, they had like man tentacles.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So I thought that was cool, and they released the ink to talk.
Yeah,
it was like. That was exactly what they were getting at.
If you could prefer for aliens to be real, if aliens were real, what type of movie alien would you want them to be?
Oh, the movie Alien? I definitely E.T., bro. A chill, fun. Actually, you know what? Now I would want them to be like maybe somebody from like Star Trek, like a smart motherfucker. Like let's communicate. Let's teach us some things. You know, I don't know what, but teach us some things. What makes me wonder about like extra like another life form, if they like run on the same ways or where survival of the fittest, evolution and like just the need to eat and reproduce and shit like that, the things that drive humanity. I wonder what their civilization went through, because they had to have had wars, they had to have had different factions. Do they have religion? What do they believe is everything? Do they know what everything is? Is there an extent to know what everything is?
Yeah.
You know?
I wonder if they got like sneaker con.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yo, like that shit is just crazy. Imagine talking to an alien. Like I would imagine I would want my alien to be like Paul.
Yeah.
Like just
bad chill. Yeah. Or maybe there's different personalities though. We just can't,
Yo, hold on. Let's dial back real quick. Talking about movie aliens, Independence Day.
Yeah.
When Will Smith punches the alien in the face, bullshit.
That alien would have fucking ate his hand, bro.
Bullshit. Like, why would you even put that in? I mean, that welcome to Earth shit,
yeah.
That's like a classic line, but he wasn't going to snuff no alien, bro.
Dude.
I would not be swinging on no alien at all. I mean, you would probably try to... I would use
I feel
a
like
weapon
you
on
could.
it.
I feel like, and I don't want to say this, and they're listening to the radio waves and shit. But I feel like you could beat up a gray. They like skinny and shit. They're scrawny. Yeah, they're gonna be in your mind maybe, but bro, you just push that dude in the gut.
They're gonna go through his fucking stomach.
And they got a big ass fucking head that you could chin check them.
Boop.
Yeah, fucking a 1-on-1 with a fucking gray.
Yeah, that's a whole like. We see so many of aliens depicted on TV that it's kind of like I don't know what it would like. I can't tell where it starts and ends.
Yeah,
like
I imagine
the first accounts of like what an alien looked like.
Yeah, I imagine just life. It could just be anything out there. I just think maybe that's the problem with not knowing where consciousness comes from, right? What makes us different in intelligence? What made us move past dolphins or crows or fucking octopi, like you said. Like, what was the spark that got us to here? To motherfuckers that, even though the smartest creatures on Earth, they don't go and like write poetry. They don't write fucking jokes.
That's true.
They don't fucking make TV shows. They don't make, So,
yeah.
I wonder what I just wonder, dude. It's got to be just. There's probably an infinite amount of other intelligent beings out there because we live in infinity.
Yeah. Bro, when you watch the movie Prometheus,
Yeah,
that's got to be the fucking scariest depiction of like alien life.
Yeah, that we were their weapons.
Yeah,
and shit.
but like when they wake up that one alien
Oh yeah, he's mad
and
brolic,
he's like fucking 7 feet tall and just looking at them like, what the fuck are they?
and he looks humanoid though.
Yeah, but he looks trippy because he's looking at them like, why is this man talking to me right now?
And apparently, if you watch the film, you know that the last time he saw them, it was created to make that bio weapon.
Yeah.
So like he's looking at them like, yo, how the fuck y'all got out here? We just made y'all on Earth.
And then he starts talking to him in his language, remember?
Yeah.
And he looks at him like, oh shit, like you talking to me? And then he wakes up and just like goes right back to goes back to business. He's about to blow up Earth and
Yeah.
shit.
He just don't give a fuck. The engineers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like, man, I would love to fucking figure it out before like I die. Like, yo, make contact.
That would be
be
crazy. Like
fucking nuts.
I think that it would be like, you know how when the eclipse happened, how it was like every station and everybody getting prepared for it or whatever. I feel like it would be like that, but like 10 times more massive, obviously. If it was word that like today's the day that they land and that we make contact and nobody knows what the fuck's gonna go on.
Yeah. And how would you do it, you know? Like if I'm them, do I just pop up somewhere? What country do I pop up? Do I send one representative to each country? Like, you know, and then we have this conference? Or like what is it, you know?
Do you just zoom?
Yeah, do you zoom it? Yeah.
Do you just zoom them
at the United Nations or some shit? Like, yo, we know there's one day that apparently all the apes get together, bro. We should just go holler at them right there. And like, yo, it just lands. Yo, what up?
Man, that's like kind of remind like what if you just woke up, you hear that they landed and you see the first like footage of them and they're just humans.
It could be that. Who knows? Why?
Like-
What? That's like, why not? That's a possibility too.
It's a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Third from the Sun, I think
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, Third from the Sun, where like the whole episode, spoiler alert, the whole episode is just these they got to get off the planet. They got to get off the planet that you think is Earth because they know that there's like some type of
Yo, I was planning on watching that, bro.
yeah,
So
like
many-
80 years
80
later.
years later.
Nah, like you know that they're about to you know the world is about to end because it's getting too hot and it's
Yeah.
like they're, you know, so they're looking to fly, get off the planet and fly to another planet. So at the very end of the episode, when everything is said and done, it goes to like the conflict of like everybody dealing with the end of the world and like shit, man, like we really gotta leave. How are we gonna survive this?
That's when they.
And
they
that's
say
when they're
the
in the
reveal.
ship and the guy's like, that's where we're going. He's like, what's it called? What's that place called? And he's like, Earth.
Yeah.
So you find out that these people you've been like getting to know the whole episode are actually aliens.
Actually, genius writing.
and they're
bro.
coming to us. That shit is cool.
Genius writing back then, bro.
Brand new for the time. Like
Yeah.
now that shit, people will be like, yo, that's fuck. I knew that shit from the beginning, my man.
But you got, when you think about it, that's like groundbreaking.
Yeah,
at the
like
time.
back then. And you know what? That dude was in the military.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Rod Serling. He was in the military.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he didn't fit in. Like he was like a short, lanky kid. He didn't really care to be there. He used to spend all his free time possible writing. So he ended up coming back home and just doing all these.
Killing it.
Yeah, killed it.
Becoming a legend, bro.
Yeah, man.
A super legend. Yeah, with the alien things, man, I just wonder, like I said, I would just love to know what like they're rocking on, you know, and like their wavelength, and like I do think that's an interesting idea that you maybe the ape, for some reason, if creatures all kind of evolve towards a certain route, if the certain events take place and it all hits the same, maybe the ape is the one that does get consciousness, you know, and that could be the only one across the stars, you know. But you know, even that is like kind of like making ourselves out more to be than what we should be.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's interesting as fuck. And then I wonder, like, cause you start hearing like mathematics and physics and whatnot, and like string theory, how everything is starting to like the simulation theory, you know.
Right.
It's like I want to know, what do they know about it?
Yeah.
Like, how far could their science pry? If they're that fucking advanced, they must know some extra levels of shit, you know?
Yeah, I would assume that they're definitely on some other tip.
Yeah.
It's like extra dimensional shit.
Yeah.
It feels like, I don't know. That's I wish we had more to go off of. Like I feel like anytime soon there needs to be another like hearing.
Yeah, something needs
like,
to take
all
place.
this shit is getting crazy, man. Like every week there's something new. Like why are we I want to know more. That's all.
Or it could be that, I think maybe you start learning how far we'll go. In our lifetime, we'll see how far we are going to get with a lot of things. If things keep progressing the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, especially with, like, these AIs, like, becoming more, like, of use and, like, things maybe in the future in quantum computing and shit.
Right.
We're going to start being able, those things are going to be able to figure out problems that we can't at all right now. And then maybe that's when you find out that, you could maybe use a different element to traverse the stars, a different fuel. It's going to start doing, like, chemistry at such a level and shit.
Right.
So I think the next, like, if you look at the next, like, 40 years, I think you could make contact with something,
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
I've said it, like, I think probably next 40, 50 years, I hope I'm alive where, that happens.
Yeah.
Where we might see something. Maybe then
That's
we'll have an actual fucking picture or something of something real.
Yeah.
Like the way the pace we're fucking going.
But that's interesting, too. What do they think about death? Do they die? That's another question, because death is such a prevalent thing across all humans.
Yeah.
Like, you try to make up... That's why certain parts of religion exist. That's why, people trying to make sense of it all.
What if aliens are just people who have already passed away?
On a different plane?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You wake up in a... I hope you think about that. I hope
you wake up with an ill spacecraft and you're like, your arms are dumb long and you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit, I've been in this fucking video game?
And then you look over at your boy, you're like, oh, but you just know that's your boy.
Yeah, but it's us, but it's like some lanky...
You're just, this is crazy, son. Look at me.
I look like fucking George Murasant.
Imagine that.
You remember that basketball
That
player?
shit, that dude, how tall was that?
That dude was like 7'7", right? Back in the day. George Murasant. I don't even know why I'm
Yo.
Bro. Yeah, I think that shit be fucking nuts to just ask those questions of a more intelligent.
Like, that shit would be
fucking
mad
being.
crazy if, like, you wake up, you're an alien now, and you're just given a rundown, like an orientation at a job.
Like the Matrix.
Yeah, like, hey guys, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, this was just an experiment that we had going on.
So, it's the end of your human life cycle. We understand you're kind of thrown off right now, but this is afterlife, and you could jump into any time period you want, and that's why you see like fucking UFOs and hieroglyphics and in old pictures and shit. It's just dudes from the future jumping around, like flying. Yo, I want to see my block back in the day.
Would you want, like, is that something that you think about, like, reincarnation? Do you think that's a better route to think about life?
I mean, I can't say. It really...
Like, does that feel more peaceful when you think about the end? I don't know how you think about the end, but...
Yeah, I try not to.
Have you ever asked that question?
Yeah.
Or really thought about it?
Yeah, I've thought about it a good deal, but I don't like to focus on it. Because, again, I don't know. It kind of freaks you out a little bit. But, I mean, it would be cool to know that after this, there's something where
something else.
Yeah,
Yeah. It would be... Reincarnation seems like the coolest thing, though. Like, you're going to be reincarnated another lifetime, whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because you don't know. It's like...
But that's the crazy part. Like, if you don't know, does it really count?
It doesn't matter.
Like, it doesn't count as reincarnation. It's different if I know, then I could be like, yo, reincarnation is crazy.
Yeah.
I've been a bird. I was a shark last week. I got killed. I came back as a bird.
Yeah.
I got caught in a thunderstorm. Couldn't find my way back. Ended up dying.
Come back as a tree.
Now I'm a tree.
Now you're just there for
700
some motherfuckers
years.
make new paper out of you. And you're some fucking logger in fucking the jungles of Brazil. Come and fucking chop you down. And you're like, yeah, this motherfucker.
Like, what if you just come back as something extra whack though, like corn?
But maybe that's just the cycle of it, Like,
you just come back as like
but corn isn't living.
A beanstalk. That's all plants. It's plant life.
Yeah, but once you take it out of like the ground and stuff, it's
the same. But what if you're in the ground for dumb long, yo?
I think I don't know how long corn lasts, but maybe probably a few weeks.
I guess maybe it's cool if you're corn. If you're corn, your job as corn gotta be
you just
cool.
talking to the next. This motherfucker corny, bitch. Talking to the next stock.
Yo, you think they gonna pick you today?
This motherfucker corny as fuck
I
over
don't
here.
know, man. I don't know, Jay. I don't know, man. I thought dude was gonna pick me yesterday. He went for Sylvia and you know what I mean? So we're gonna see.
Then now you in a fucking now you in a fucking barbecue restaurant getting buttered.
That's your purpose right there.
Yo, I mean, dude, if you getting buttered, bro, that's a good life, bro.
And you got shit like the X-Files, like a little more serious take on the whole paranormal and UFO stuff. That show has made me stop and think a little bit. Like, damn, imagine this.
Yeah, X-Files is, dude. That show was fucking awesome.
Show is still awesome. Bro.
That's all you could really say about it. It's like, yo, that was such a, for the time. That time I always remember there was this other show. I think it was called like. There was Quantum Leap, X-Files. It was like Millennia or some shit like
Millennia was.
Is it Millennia?
No, Millennium.
Millennium. There we go. I was like those 90s, 1994, 95, 96 shows.
Later on, you have Fringe.
Fringe, yeah. I never got into Fringe though, but
Fringe
I remember
was
that.
fire, bro. Fringe
You got like a favorite X-Files episode?
Yes.
What is it?
My favorite X-Files episode is they go to Loch Ness, right? Or they go to a fucking little town or whatever where there were sightings of the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Right? And they're trying to figure out because they touch on aliens and paranormal and like all sorts of stuff that don't make sense. So they go to this town and it's like a known thing that this is like something that be killing wildlife and like killing livestock and whatever when it gets too close to the lake. So the whole episode they're just kind of trying to narrow it down and see what it is that did this. And when they come to find out what it was that's been doing all the killing or whatever, they see that it was like a wild boar. Right? So they see it and they're like, damn. So, like, Mulder is pretty bummed because he always wants to believe. But, this shit was just a bore. He's like, fuck, I thought we were on to something here. So they leave and they just kind of go away from the spot. But the camera stays on the lake. And, like, after a few seconds, you see the Loch Ness Monster's head pop out. And, like,
Nessie?
Yeah, you just see it start swimming. So it's like, it's real. It exists. So the whole idea is that they leave you with, was it actually killing stuff? Or was it that two things could be true at the same time? Like there is something killing livestock and there is something causing some type of grief. I can't remember if it was livestock or it might not be 100% accurate, but it leaves you with thinking, is it possible that this was just doing that and people still saw, obviously people weren't lying.
Yeah.
'Cause at the end of the episode, he doesn't see it. But when they turn their back and walk away, it comes out the water, shows itself, and like it's real. So that shit is sick.
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah,
I don't remember a lot of it is like melded together though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I think of even some of the movies melded together.
Oh, bro, the first movie was excellent though.
Yeah.
That first X-Files movie was the shit. I love that movie. The way that shit
was the
opens
peak
up.
X-Files, bro.
Yeah, that was like right after. It was right before. Wait, she gets like abducted in that movie, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Or,
she goes into like that spacecraft and gets the disease.
Yeah, and then in the show, she ends up getting pregnant. Like that impregnated her. I think the show connected directly to the movie, and then she ended up pregnant with a child who was like psychic and shit. Like it had crazy abilities because half of his DNA was alien.
Did he ever find his sister?
I can't remember.
I don't remember that ending.
I think he.
Spoiler alert. Only 30 years.
I think he did. Or maybe I might. Maybe that's what I want to believe.
Yeah, I don't know if he did.
I don't remember. That's a show that I've been wanting to rewatch the whole thing in its entirety. I'll go back and watch specific episodes. I've been wanting to watch the whole thing in its entirety for a long time. I haven't done that in years.
Yeah,
I've seen the whole.
I probably revisit that too. I haven't done that.
Yeah, I've ran through that show at least 3 times in my lifetime, but that show is all over the place, son. Especially when it comes to the later seasons. Like, there's stuff that happens in that show that I can't remember if it was the second season or the third, or I can't place it.
Yeah.
And then there were episodes that were entirely there were episodes that weren't that great. Like, not every episode is a
because they had to
banger.
fill. That was the problem with like daytime television.
Yeah.
That for so many years, I think it was like every season was 24 episodes.
Yeah.
You got 24 hours to film.
Yeah.
So you end up having arcs that make sense for like
There's
If
a lot
you-
of filler.
Yeah, if you good and you super good, maybe 12, 13 episodes rock.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna get like at least 7, 8 that's trash.
You could get away with that if you have a good cast, like Mulder and Scully, like those.
Yeah.
Like, what's her name? Evangeline Lilly.
Mhm.
That's not Evangeline Lilly.
No. David Duchovny,
It's David Duchovny
and how can I forget her name?
And Scully. David Duchovny and Scully
I
were a
gotta
great
forget her
pair.
name, bro.
David Duchovny
Yeah.
and Scully were. David Duchovny was in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Was he?
Yeah, he was Gus.
Yeah.
Was he Gus? No, he wasn't Gus. He was another cat. He wasn't Gus.
No.
But he's in that movie.
Gillian Anderson.
Yes,
Anderson.
Gillian Anderson.
See,
there we go.
Evangeline Lilly, Gillian. You know?
That shit is not.
It's nowhere near the same.
There was just a totally different name.
But yeah, no, they were a cool cast. So sometimes, like, half of the last season of Game of Thrones was filler, but the dialogue made you sit through it and like you just kind of enjoy the world.
Yeah, but even that dialogue towards that end, but that was a different reason why they trashed it. But I think 24 episodes on any show could be, if it makes sense.
No, I'm talking
then-
about House of Dragon, like the recent shit.
Oh yeah.
Like that show, the last season wasn't. I hated this last season. I feel like they hyped up so much and it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, I think it's just this one was like a good setup for the next.
It's just
It's
bro.
gonna end with a
We
bang.
gotta wait like 2 fucking years now.
Yeah.
You gotta hit us with something.
No, that's
I think
true.
I think they thought they murdered it with the dragon fight. Like that shit wasn't that ill. Like when the kid got eaten. Like was that even this season?
No, that was season
That was
one.
season 1.
The
That shit
ending.
was fire.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
with-
think when you have a good show, you could get away with it. With
A
filler.
show should just always be what it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's all. It's all. I think that kind of shit now. Streaming services, you don't get that no more. You don't get like all this demand for long seasons.
No.
Now it's like 10 episodes.
If
That
a
shit
show makes sense to end in 11 episodes
Mhm.
and you could do it, that's what it should be. If it makes sense to if it should be 7 episodes and it's fucking awesome.
I think it really depends though, man. Honestly, because you think about it, the majority of the shows that you love, they're one of those shows that had like 25 fucking episodes per season. It's just the format in which they delivered it. Like it felt like the shows were larger than life. They were like about pop culture. They were like pop culture moments when a new season of the X-Files dropped or Seinfeld or that shit was like a big deal. Like it
Yeah.
was a scale that like
Especially back then.
fall television back then was crazy.
Because you knew millions upon millions of people
Yeah.
were watching similar things.
Right now it's just not that.
Now you could just watch you don't even need to watch any shows. You just go on fucking YouTube. You
It's
watch
true.
people play video games for fucking your life. And it's like nobody cares no more. So it's like what do they used to call that? Like water cooler moments? Like at work the next day you get to talk to each other. Yo, you saw that? What's up, yo? Like the water cooler and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of sad that don't exist really. Even with movies.
Yeah, it's
Go-
it's a different ball game now. It's weird.
Did you see Alien Romulus?
I haven't seen it yet, man. I've been wanting to, but I've been
Bro, it's pretty
between
good.
being sick when I got back and then working
Yeah.
on that last video I had. That shit took up all my time. I'm gonna probably see it this week.
I love the sound design in it.
Mhm.
It wasn't anything like too far out there.
Yeah.
But it just works.
Right.
The script works. It's a lot of the same tropes and shit. But yeah, it was pretty good. Cinematography was well.
Yeah.
And then going back to practical, bro.
Yeah.
Going back to practical is like everything should be done practically if you
Yeah.
can, bro. Because that shit just looks better, man.
I just think that when it comes to a series that old, that's literally been out since the 70s, you have to be. I would be pitching for a series.
Yeah.
Like I feel like series is just so much. You could flesh shit out so much better. You can give some people more. You could create more moments versus like a 2-hour film that then people just always gonna tear apart on some level. They're always
Yeah.
gonna find something. Or sometimes producers are involved and they feel forced to connect it to old movies or something like that. A series kind of gives you a bigger playing field, I feel.
Yeah, of course. You
And
got
you
more
could
story to tell.
Right, and you could, if you're going back to practical, that means that you're probably gonna deal with a lot more happy people because it gives you a feeling of like watching the originals.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know, like the original Aliens.
Do you remember Aliens? The second one?
Yeah, the second one, Aliens.
Yo, I never knew this, but you remember Vasquez, the Spanish chick? She was like the tough, like Spanish girl, like leading with the Gatling gun. Yo, she was a Jewish chick. She's
Really?
she's not even Spanish.
Oh wow.
I thought she was Spanish at the time, but I was like, oh shit, she's not Spanish at all. I remember her being like a Spanish character, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, you know, back then you didn't have as many as fucking now. So it was like a cool thing. Then I look at it, it was like, oh, she's not even.
Yeah, that representation shit was not a topic. They were like, yo, you look the part, you are the part, baby.
Yeah. What was the other in Predator? Speaking about aliens, Predator 2. That was a Latina cop, right?
Yeah.
She was like, she got killed, I think, right in the train or some shit like that.
I can't remember, bro. That's with Danny Glover, right?
Yeah, with Danny. I love that movie.
That movie was the fucking.
That movie
truth.
was fucking.
We
awesome.
seen that shit together a few
Yeah,
times.
that movie's the shit, bro. That whole train.
At the
scene.
end of it, doesn't he get cool with the Predator? He just gives him his gun, no?
No, I think at the end
he doesn't kill him.
Yeah, he beats him though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other Predators are like, yo,
yeah,
this dude is nice.
And then he hands him like that crazy gun,
yeah,
doesn't he? And he just like walks off. Some drama right there.
Yeah, dude, sick ass fucking Predator shit. So yeah, I wonder if that girl in that one's like a Latina too. It made me wanna. I gotta go look. I gotta just research that.
Nothing is what it seems.
Nah. Yo, you know who was a dope Puerto Rican chick in any kind of like, you know, show or anything? The girl from from Gargoyles, the detective.
Oh, the detective.
Yeah. What was her name?
I can't
Detective.
remember. She fucks with the main.
Yeah, Goliath.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it like Vargas or some shit like that? Or?
The animators who did that show, did they also do Batman?
That I don't know, but it looks very similar.
It had a similar tone,
It has
right?
that American like style.
like the heavy shadows and everything was like dark or whatnot.
That whole Superman, Batman, like DC animation type shit.
Yeah.
Gargoyles, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, Superman's an alien too. See, we keep coming full
circle.
Superman
is an alien.
There's a lot of different aliens you could almost be. I just hope it ain't the Predator kinds, because we done.
But yeah, dude, those dudes come with those weapons and shit. Who would they go after? If he got to go after the #1 fighter, probably be John Jones. John Jones versus the Predator. I'll put in my money. If it's a fist fight, I'm still putting my money on John Jones, bro.
They're gonna just blow his head up.
That's cheating, though. If he's the real Predator,
he gotta. Ain't no rules in the street alien fight, bro.
Nah, but you can't call yourself the Predator and not really want to, you know. Ooh, or Francis Ngannou, the Predator. That's his nickname versus a real Predator.
Versus the Predator, that shit'll
bro, I think Ngannou knocks that motherfucker's head off, bro.
I think we're in for a real Kumite ass moment.
Yeah.
Like blood sport type shit.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm going with humans, bro, on this one.
Yo, what's your, imagine that's the next big topic. Like you're going. I'm going human.
Yeah, I'm going with humans, bro. That shit'll be. What do you think the under/over will be, Matt, on sports betting?
How many rounds?
No, the under/over. You were betting on that. Who you think got the under? Who you think they give it to the Predator, right?
For sure.
Yeah, man, fuck that.
I mean, the Predator's like, yo, you know, fucking, wasn't Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Predator suit? He was.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't that, Mac, you look that up? Type in, like.
Why would he be in that suit?
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Predator. Nah, I think that before he got his his career got jump started, he was doing like stunt work or some shit.
Yeah, he was originally cast in the 1987 film Predator.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There's photos of him.
He was an unknown actor. No one knew who he was.
Nobody knew who he was, but he had the suit on and shit, and he said it was.
He wasn't in the movie.
No, he had the suit. There's photos of it. He had to do because before when you get casted, they do the suit fittings and shit. And there's footage of him in the suit, like pictures of him, and he's talked about it before.
Doing splits.
I can do a split.
Danny Glover, I'm going to get up river.
That'd have been a sad.
I'm going to take my boat and I'm gonna kick that son of a bitch's ass. Bro. So hard.
Yo, that they really picked Jean-Claude Van Damme to play Colonel Guile.
Bro, I've been trying to work on a bit about this for the longest because that's the most fucked up, diverse film ever. Because it's
all right. You gotta Hawaiian dude.
Yeah, who
playing
you got a
Honda.
playing Honda. You got what's his
a
name?
Dominican cat played a Jamaican.
Yup.
You got a Puerto Rican playing M Bison.
M Bison, and you got he's from Turkey, guy.
You got
John Claude.
Yeah, no, Belgium.
Belgium. You got a fucking dude
From Belgium playing an All-American.
All-American badass. And then where is fucking Cammy's British?
Cammy is British. Cammy was like the best casting, and that was Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, and the Chun-Li.
Yeah,
Chun-Li was awesome too.
She's like still acting. She was on the Shield, like the Avengers show on ABC. She was just on that like a few years ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, she still acts.
Bro, like, yeah, that shit like the most diverse in wrong ways film ever, bro.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
They didn't give a fuck.
They're like, yo, we just gonna put this shit out and see what goes down.
Dude, that movie's so fucking trash, bro. When Vega whips out the fucking wooden claw in jail, I'm like, nah, yeah, that pasado, bro. this shit's gone too far, bro. Sagat too. Was it Sagat just a regular ass dude?
Was a regular skinny man. Like you know how big Sagat is in them games?
Yeah, I see Sagat
that dude's
at a halal cart.
He looks like a Muay
bro.
Thai monster. That dude. Yeah. With a big ass scar on his chest. This dude was like a businessman, mad tiny. That movie sucked. We gotta watch it soon.
It was so terribly bad that it was good.
It's so bad, I love it.
Yo, you know what? What's interesting though, Street Fighter. If you really think about the things that introduced, bro, I didn't know shit about yoga. Dowsum dropping yoga.
Yoga fire.
Yeah, you know, Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Sagat. They were bringing shit from around the world, you know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that shit was also influenced by movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So popular movies at the time like Bloodsport had already brought that shit out, and Fei Long was literally that's Bruce Lee, bro. Like Fei Long's character, and he's a Hollywood actor. He had the same pants. He used to do like,
yeah, it was definitely
they gave him the hair, bro. When I first saw Fei Long in Super Street Fighter, I was bugging. I was like, yo, that's Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that was your character. They did that with everybody. Law from Tekken.
Law with Tekken.
Every game
Liu
had
Kang.
a Bruce Lee. Yeah.
Every game had a Bruce Lee, bro.
That just shows you who Bruce Lee was, bro.
It's that motherfucker. Don't they consider him the godfather of MMA?
If you put water in the pot, you become the pot.
Don't they consider him the godfather of MMA?
Yeah, because what he was, I forgot the style he was doing. Is it Jeet Kune Do or some shit like that?
Yeah, like
I'm fucking shitting on his fucking philosophy, but whatever. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, he was the first one to mix. Like he knew like punching as a boxer was harder than throwing like Tai Chi strikes and shit like that. Yeah. So he's the first guy to start putting that idea of if you want to kick a certain way, maybe like Taekwondo would be better for like, and really like breaking it down, you know. And he got shunned for that shit. Yeah. Because everybody was like, what? Because back then everybody was like, yo, you got to stick to your own shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know.
Kung Fu was supposed to be his.
Yeah.
The show Kung Fu
with
David Carradine.
And they gave it to they look, another guy. They gave
another fucked up casting.
Yeah. He was good though. I fucked with David Carradine.
Well, if aliens ever really become like a common thing, motherfuckers are gonna be mad when humans get casted.
Yo, who'd you have playing me?
Yo. Yeah, man.
Yeah, fucking shit, dude. Yeah, it was introduced to a lot of shit through video games. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, put me on to a lot.
What was like? Are there any good alien video games that have to do with like space and shit?
Alien video games.
Galaga.
Yeah, but that shit.
That's like the first one.
Yeah. Space Invaders.
Oh, dude.
One of the first joints.
Dead Space, bro.
Dead Space, yeah.
I got you that fucked game. Up. Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
Bro, I just played the remake not long ago. That's a fucked up, scary game, bro.
I can't say that I've played any.
You don't really like horror games these days, though, right?
No, I love horror games, but it's just, bro, for me, I have to be in and out.
Yeah, that's why I play fighting games.
Like I beat Spider-Man 2 just the other day, and that shit was mad fun. Death Stranding, anything Kojima, you put it in front of me, I will. Everything else don't. Like I'm gonna play that game. It just has to be a game that every horror for the most part is really a remake.
Yeah.
Like Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 7. I
Silent
bodied
Hill.
Resident Evil 7. When 8 came out, The Village, I just missed the boat because the channel and shit took over or whatever. Shit, I don't even really know. Like, I feel like the horrors we got now ain't. I played the one that Bloober made, the Medium.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to play
Whereas,
that.
like, I played that.
That team is making the new Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I played that. So yeah, I've been, the PT trailer.
Oh yeah, that was spooky as fuck.
Yeah, with Kojima and Del Toro, I played that.
I be wanting people to play Dead Space. I love playing horror games, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I love getting scared, bro. That's a weird thing, yo.
Yeah, I thought about a dope ass idea for an open world horror like UFO abduction game. That shit would be crack. Like, they need to put money into something like that.
Yeah.
Like introducing an online aspect and everything like that, where like there's mad crafts in the sky and shit. Like, it could be dope. But
You get to play the alien?
yeah, or both. Like, the humans, and it'd be sick. Like, what inspired? I was watching that movie Nope. I love Nope. You talk about alien films.
Yeah, that was a good movie, bro.
I enjoyed that film, man.
I love the feel of it. Like, it reminded me of kind of like 90s stuff.
Yeah, it was
sense.
super. It reminded me of Tremors meets Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, like that. Exactly. That's a good fucking feel.
The whole desert setting, and I love that movie. It became my favorite Jordan Peele film.
Yeah.
Like, it's what did I just say? Nope, Get Out, and then Us.
Yeah.
Us, I got thrown for a loop. That shit, like, I like that movie, but I feel like there were too many reasons why that wouldn't work. Like the whole underground, and if it feels like very loose. I feel like mad people would have got out of that years ago.
Yeah.
Like, there was nobody even guarding this shit. It's just like an escalator that takes you from the basement upstairs. Like, they would have been found that, bro. You can't have no good real estate out in any place, especially like Cali, where they're not gonna find. Yo, there's a basement full of motherfuckers out here. They would have been found that shit. So, I like the movie. I liked it, but Nope, definitely my favorite. I would say that's one of the coolest modern alien films. That and Dark Skies.
Yeah. Oh, Dark Skies.
Dark Skies was like a very B-rated. Yeah, it had like a B-rated alien film approach.
A lot
like
of people
some shit you would have seen on like, a Lifetime or like a Sci-Fi back in the day, but it had a good budget and like kind of like like actors you remember and shit.
What was the other one? Fourth Kind?
Fourth Kind was cool.
I thought that was a cool one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple good little alien bangers, man.
Yeah, we don't need the Fourth Kind aliens either. Fuck that.
Nah, dude. I'm
scary
telling you,
as shit.
Paul, E.T.
That's it.
And I'll take
Alf.
Alf was the dude, bro. Yeah, I hang out with Alf too. Fucking Alf. So wait, right now, do you believe that there's aliens contacting Earth from what you know?
I believe that there's something out there that we're not really understanding.
Yeah.
And I just wish I could say to what extent, because these motherfuckers won't say nothing.
Yeah.
Every dude that comes out has a story, and then the story goes away. You don't hear nothing. Like, why are y'all not on TikTok every day blowing that shit up? Yo, look, like, it's easy to blow that kind of shit up now. You could easily make that go viral. You don't gotta go to no fucking news channel. That shit is, it's reputable. That's what it means. Like, you're supposed to go somewhere that people take serious. TikTok, nobody's gonna take that serious. But I'm saying, in addition to, I would love to see extra information. I would love to see something like tangible, something come from somebody that makes us go, damn, this shit is really going on. But as of right now, we still stuck in the fucking 80s with these grainy ass videos and stupid ass stories.
Unsolved mystery shit. I do think I think there's something that's making contact.
Yeah.
And I do think I believe it's just unmanned vehicles. Yeah. I believe that's what you would definitely send. I think that's what any civilization, if
like
you
drones and shit.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what it is right now. I don't know. And if you're that far in advance in tech, your AI systems would be fucking amazing. So that shit could do whatever it needs to do to come here.
We gotta be careful, bro. We might tread too closely.
Dude, I'm treading everywhere.
Listen, if we're not here next week, then you know that me and Mario have been contacted.
Just fucking abducted, bro. I've been abducted, bro. Nah, I don't mean like you're saying that. Yo, aliens, we cool. We cool, aliens. No, you don't need to abduct me,
I'm
bro.
not looking for you. So
I ain't into probing,
if
bro.
they abduct you and I know it's aliens, I'm not coming for you, papa.
I ain't into probing. Don't even say probe. Pause. All right, yo, that was the fucking episode for the week, guys. Just talking about fucking UFOs.
Chopping it
out
up
there, man. I want to know if you believe. Let us know, man. What do you think about all
let
this
us know in
shit
the comments
going
if
on?
you believe that this is really happening or if it's just another 10, 20 years that we're looking forward to of the same thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let us fucking hear that. Yeah, this has been another Saturday Gantic. I'm Mario Benitez.
And I'm Jose Ortiz. See you next week.
Finish the podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna be chilling. What you doing later? Hold on.